Yo, what's up? This is Tiara Thomas, and you're now tuned in with The Biz with D.
What's going on, everybody? Thanks for tuning back into The Biz with D. Right here, right now, we have this beautiful and talented R&B songstress. Tiara Thomas is with us. How's it going, Tiara?
Hey, how's it going?
It's going great. How about yourself?
Good. Good. I'm kicking it in Miami.
I know that's right. Well, thanks so much, for taking the time out of your, the Miami weather, because I know it's better than what it is up north.
Well, it's like really, really rainy here, so.
Oh, no. Well, I appreciate you so much, coming on the show, because I'm such a big fan, and so are my listeners. They were like, David, get here on the show ASAP. I'm like, boom, y'all got it.
Oh, nice.
Tiara, a lot of people know you from the single with Wale Bad, which you had, wrote originally without Wale, so like that. Let me ask you, from going from originally to going from just you and it being a guitar to going from it being, featuring you, how would you say, like, that feeling of that process was for you overall?
Well, it was crazy because when I recorded the song, I knew it was a dope song. I was like, oh, this is a cool song. I knew that when I did it. So, I just put it on YouTube as like a, a cover because I had been putting acoustic videos and stuff on YouTube. So, that was actually something I was considering using as my first single, whenever I got signed. So, it turned out that Wale heard it and then, he wanted to put verses on it. So I was like, cool. He just wanted to put it on his mixtape. So put it on his mixtape, and it really stood out on the mixtape. And from there, the fans kind of chose it as that first, as that single. So it was crazy. It was a really cool experience.
Absolutely. And that's incredible, from, you being a college student, meeting him and then, him like checking out your stuff months later and then, be like, hey, what, that's a dope track. I gotta use that. Let me put some verse on it. Like, I think like that's really incredible for you being a college graduate. Because a lot of people can't say like, that happened to me. This is my story.
Right. But I had been working with Wale previously on a song, maybe like 2 years prior, or maybe a year prior, with Wale called The Clouds. So he was familiar with some of the music that I was putting out. I remember I sent it to him when I did it, and I don't know if he had the opportunity to listen to it, but he eventually heard it and he liked it. So.
Absolutely. And I've got to say, I was, just reading up and doing my research because I already, knew about you like that, but I didn't know that when you first learned how to play the guitar, you started writing. Like, wow, that's incredible.
Yeah.
Now,
yeah.
wait.
I taught myself to play guitar when I was about, I was 12. I asked my dad. I used to want to play the drums, and my dad wouldn't buy me a drum set. The drums were too loud. So I asked him for a guitar. At the time, I was listening to Lauryn Hill. She's my biggest inspiration. And also NDIRE. I got a lot of inspiration from her actual video. NDIRE video was one of the first songs I learned how to play on the guitar. So I was really inspired by, those strong black girls. With those really dope voices, rich voices, and they play guitar, and I wanted to learn how to do it, so I taught myself how to play.
Incredible. And you know what? I'm glad you mentioned voices because I was definitely going to, ask you about, the fact that like the music that you write is very raw, like your tone's very raw, and I love that. Have you always been like, like a very blunt person with like your different life?
You said, have I always been what?
Like very raw and uncut.
Oh yeah. My music has always been like that. My old laptop that I have back in my parents' house, that was my first laptop that I had, and that's where I really started putting down my music ideas when I was in college and stuff, and high school. So I was going through and listening to some of that stuff, and it's so crazy how, my sound has definitely evolved. I feel like it's on a bigger scale now. But just the stuff that I was talking about then, it was so raw and so edgy, that's me. And that song called The Cloud, that was actually my song too. I wrote it, and it's about smoking. And so while they heard that, I played it for him. He heard it. I don't know more about nothing these days. So yeah, I've always been very raw and edgy.
Definitely. And I like that because I'm definitely like that kind of person. And myself, I'm like very raw, uncut, even with my writing, because I write songs as well. So I can relate in the sense where, having that, that raw material, you saying exactly what it is. You're talking about either intoxication or just how you feel, and it just being something that makes sense and not something that doesn't make sense.
Yeah.
I've got to say, I love your new single and the music video that is with it, One Night. Tell me about, how you came up with that concept for the track before we talk about the video, because that video is hot. I love the whole, the inspiration from Set It All. Yes.
Yeah, that's my favorite movie. So I didn't want to follow in the video. I didn't want it to, be very literal with the words of the song. I wanted it to be really cinematic and action packed. So I based off my favorite movie, Set It Off, and it turned out really great.
That's nice. And how would you say, the things have been responded to? Because, I see the response to my end, and it's been nothing but love.
Oh, I've been getting a really good response to the record. I wanted to make sure, the reason why we went with One Night for the first single is because it sounds different than anything else on the radio right now. So I wanted to go with something that sounded different, where my voice would stand out, as well as I wanted to rap. So a lot of people, didn't know that I could rap. So when they heard that, they were like, whoa. And it's like, it's a feel-good record. It feels really good. It is different than that, but that's not what the whole album is. It doesn't have a variety. It's very cohesive. It's very vibey. But overall, I've been getting a really good response from the people.
That's incredible. And I did hear that the album is going to have you rapping and not just just singing, and it's not you're going to have tracks that are with a mixture of that. And I like that because you kill it, especially on Rico's record, Letter to My Ex.
Oh,
you
yeah, they don't
snapped.
Yeah. Thank you.
I was like, this girl right here, Tiara, is the truth.
I love rap. I've always rapped. Like, even when I was in elementary school, we have to do, like, little class presentations or whatever. I would always be the one. They're like, yeah, write a rap. Or, just, like, freestyling at lunch. Like, old school, beating on the tables, and freestyling at lunch. Like, I used to, I've always rapped, so I love to do it. So I'm definitely doing a lot of that on the album as well.
Yeah. And I also wanted to ask you, and my friend Jalissa, she wanted to know, like, as far as you being one of the dopest R&B artists out right now, especially on the female note, and it's saying exactly what's on your mind. It's like that. How does that make you feel that that you have a lot of different women, men that can connect with you musically?
Well, I really believe in being able to say what you want to say, especially women, because there's so many double standards where guys can do and say whatever they want, and then when a girl does it, it's like it's a bad thing. So when I write, I like to write from a very realistic standpoint. Things that are relatable. I'm not necessarily talking about myself, but maybe I'm just talking about a real life situation,
right,
that a lot of people feel. And that's what I want people to take away from my music. Like, I want people to really be able to connect with it and relate to it and hear it, and they're like, dang, I feel that exact same way. And everything that I sing about is not always, I'm not always positively talking about a relationship, and that's just because, everybody goes through times in life where you don't go through positive times, and so
right.
I'm writing about, my experiences and things that I've experienced and things that I've seen, and hoping that can help somebody through their life.
Right.
When I was in high school, I went through a breakup in high school, and Jackson Sullivan's Fearless album got me through that. That
wow.
was one of my favorite albums at the time. And so I want people to listen to my album, and maybe it can help them get through something, or maybe they're like, or just feeling like somebody is just like them.
Incredible, yeah. And I definitely feel like your music, especially when I listen to it, I get that feeling. I'm like, damn, I really feel this. I feel this. And it's not like, it's just, because other people's music, I'll tell you, I'm a real R&B head, and I listen to a lot of different artists, but like when I listen to your music, I'm like, yes, I feel it, I understand, I get it. Like, I've been through this. I've been through that. I know somebody who went through that, and it makes, like, sense, universal. So I've got to, commend you on that, making that universal sound that people can really connect with, because it's very important to the fans always.
Yeah, and I love when people get, I love that. That's why I'm so excited to hear all the music I've come up with in the last year. It's just a really good vibe. And if you like stuff like that, it's a lot like that. It's really vibey. It's real and it's raw, and I'm just really excited for fans to hear that.
Definitely. So when can the fans expect the album or more music from you?
We don't have a date for the album yet, but we're gonna keep putting out some new music. So people can stay in contact with me on Twitter and Instagram at Tiara TIARA _Thomas, and we'll definitely be putting out more content. As soon as I get a date for the album, I'll make sure and let everybody let you know.
Sure, I appreciate that. And I got one more question for you, because you've got a phenomenal team working with MBK, Jeff Robinson, and Janine, and their team, and Rico, Division I and Interscope. How does it feel to have, like, just those names and their experience, being able to help you, put together such a great project?
Oh, it feels really good to have people around you, that have your back and that are really interested and really believe in you, and it's not just work, it's like family. So it feels good to have people like that around you that you can trust. They'll give you an honest opinion. They're not no yes men. If something's whack, Jeff's going to tell me, yo, this is whack.
Mm-hmm.
Or, that they've been really honest with me, and they really, I've really had a lot of freedom to just be myself, I don't feel pressured to, make a particular type of album. I'm making the album that's me, and that's what we're gonna put out. So yeah, they're a great team. I love those guys. They're awesome. That's like my family.
They definitely are incredible, and shout out to them, and just shout out to, and I just got to commend y'all as a whole. The work that you guys are doing is incredible, and I'm so rooting for you all the way. When you tour and the pre-sale from your album and all that stuff, I'm gonna be supporting, that because you really do. No problem. You do great work, and I feel like a lot of people need to support. So people need to check out Tiara Thomas music. You need to download the single and check out the video. One night right now on iTunes and everything. Don't
get on iTunes, get the single.
Right. And support great R&B music. And I've got to say, Tiara, thank you so much for this interview. I appreciate you. And just keep doing the damn thing, because you really are doing it so perfectly. And I just love it.
Thank you, and thank you so much for having me. I love y'all.
Anytime.